welcome back to the show. Joining us now from House Education and Labor, Congresswoman Mariannette Miller Meeks and Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich. Arizona is one of the states that brought the case to the Supreme Court against the Biden vax mandate. First to you, Mr. Brnovich, how do you feel today? What do you think of the ruling?
Well, I'm happy, obviously, and I applaud portion of what the Supreme Court did, but disappointed that they didn't go all the way. Obviously, no government and the Biden administration does not have the authority to tell anyone they have to inject something into their body. And so for now, the OSHA rules obviously were struck down as unconstitutional, but I also worry that the court should have been a little clearer that no president has this authority. And quite frankly, I don't think Congress has the authority to delegate this to OSHA as well. So really, frankly, I wish they had gone further, but I'm happy at least they've hit the pause button for now. But these fights are going to continue, Liz. We've got two other big lawsuits.
Yeah, two other big lawsuits on this, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, so we also have to, federal contractors, other federal employees, those questions are still undecided. And so the Supreme Court, I was hoping, would have gone a little bit further and clearly said that no president and Congress cannot delegate this authority to the executive branch. They didn't go that far, but for now, at least, the individual mandate's on hold.
Got it. Congressman Miller Meeks, what's your reaction to the ruling?
I was very pleased with the ruling. We've known for some time that OSHA issuing this emergency temporary standard was a vast overreach of the federal government. And I think that, the Biden administration is doing everything it can because it's failed to crush the virus and it's failed to get the pandemic under control. So I think it was the right decision. I, too, am concerned about using CMS and reimbursement to healthcare providers in order to force them into the positions you want them to take. So the federal government didn't mandate that hospitals or clinics vaccinate their employees. But if you're not going to reimburse them, it's the same thing as a de facto mandate. You're just forcing it through the employer. And that's going to increase our labor shortage.
Yeah, it will. And we're seeing labor shortages in hospitals, too. In the middle of multiple crises, Mr. Brnovich, the pandemic, inflation, high gas prices, the border crisis, Biden had a brutal day today. He's focusing on voter reform, though, and voter ID. The polls are turning against him. By the way, the majority of black voters support voter ID. But, here's the thing. So Democrats and independents in the Quinnipiac poll, more and more of them are turning against the president. His approval ratings are crashing now to 33% in Quinnipiac polling. What do you think of this, Mr. Brnovich?
I think it's ironic, Liz, that President Biden said that he was disappointed in the Supreme Court, because my immediate reaction was, welcome to what most taxpayers feel every day about the Biden administration. And whether it's rising prices, whether it's ceding control of our border to the cartels, trying to nationalize our elections, Americans are hurting. And the Biden administration, or whoever's talking in the president's ear, doesn't seem to get that. And so I think that voters are going to send a very, very strong message this year that the failed policies of the progressive left are going to be rejected by American taxpayers. And we need to make sure that we have law and order, that we return power to the states, and we make sure that we don't have to nationalize every problem, including our elections.
And we hear you. And Congresswoman, we have the president, he's disappointed today, right? And Congresswoman, he's doubling down, calling it the pandemic of the unvaccinated, saying it's your patriotic duty to wear masks. Now we have the European Union and the WHO saying no to boosters, that if you keep doing boosters, it will ruin your immune system. So we have that, right, Congresswoman? And then we have this. We're 650 days into flattening the curve. Americans are done. They're moving on from the irrationality that comes from government, our public health authorities, our schools, to saying, listen, we've got to live with this. So it's even making skeptics out of the compliant, as Barry Weiss has said. Your word on that.
We know that we're at a place now where we have to live with this virus. Our actions towards Omicron may actually hurt us because Omicron has cross immunity with the Delta variant, which is much more serious. And it's no longer a pandemic of the unvaccinated. Those who are vaccinated can still transmit the virus. So I think, Europe has it right in not demanding boosters. It's a global pandemic. We're going to continue to see variants. There's animal reservoirs. And I think what we can all best do is to determine what's best for us. I've been vaccinated. I'm for vaccinations, but I am not for a mandate. And it's only made this problem worse.
Yeah, we hear you, Congresswoman. Mr. Brnovich, many states are seeing worker shortages. The Congresswoman has brought that up, too. Because of the pandemic and burnout, we're seeing that inside hospitals. But unvaccinated health workers are now probably going to get fired because the Supreme Court upheld that part of the Biden vaccine mandate for hospitals that get Medicaid and Medicare funding. Are you worried about that?
Absolutely. Shame on the Biden administration, because this should be about medical science, not political science. And the reality is they aren't following the science. And so my hope is that we all recognize that our Constitution cannot be mass distanced or canceled. And that's what the Biden administration's going to do. So all these healthcare workers, all these first responders, we also have this lawsuit where the first responders have joined us suing the Biden administration because for 18 months, they risked their lives, they worked through the pandemic, and now they are jeopardizing their livelihoods, their health insurance, their retirement accounts, all because the Biden administration wants to make a political point. Shame on Joe Biden, shame on the Biden administration.
Congresswoman Mariannette Miller Meeks and Mr. Brnovich, the Attorney General of Arizona, it's good to see you both. Thanks for joining us.